Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. And only in Tennessee do you get a sight like this. Not only are the end zones checkered, so too the crowd, a mirror image to prove that they will give their all for Tennessee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Volunteers will kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oklahoma's offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed in the middle. It's McIntyre. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the 1st down marker is. I got to get a big game, got to get that 1st down. Nice job, great nose for the 1st down.
The Sooners are marching down the field. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Tennessee's offense has the ball for the 1st time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On second down, he'll fire. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
One thing this team has shown early this year, long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drop.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Discards a man. He'll pull it down. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Vols line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Dances away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Finds his tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the 1st quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something, and you're right. You'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. Off the boot, looking for his man. And the defense gets to the quarterback. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing.
Got a lot of running room. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive chewing up yardage along the way. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. It's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Oklahoma 21, Tennessee 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Trying play action. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch, called for and made. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Give to the single back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
That was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. Now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's McIntyre. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Fakes his man out. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On second down, looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays.
Number 13.
And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking at a second and short now. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Volunteers. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Tennessee, 13.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bland. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Sometimes it just takes an offense a little while to settle into the game, and David, it seems like they have here in the second.
No doubt you get those nerves out, you get a few of those hits in.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught on the outside, it's Freeman. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his big tight end.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Davis. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
And the Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Coming after it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Vols will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's Bland. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fires to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pop the draw. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on fourth down. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown Sooners. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way to do it. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. From the gun. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown ball! And here they come almost. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The Volunteers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Makes one man miss.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
And the Sooners pick up the 1st down.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this offense. Listen, you're backed up on your own end. You got the lead. More importantly, you want to continue to run the clock, get 1st downs, be the physical team right here. The ground game, I imagine, is going to be a big part of their playbook moving forward.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. He finds his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The give to the big fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and there.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction. It just always changing.
Lets it fly. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good right down the boulevard.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Now on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires and picked off.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Run it with the fullback. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to get the first through the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection. They're up by 28 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. He wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the comeback is on.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Sooner offense returns to the field. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the 4th quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a 2-possession game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.